Hey friends, a lot of my friends have requested me to talk about subconscious mind. Why this is because this is a very important subject and it plays a very important role in our life. The way we live, the habits we form, the personality we have is all governed by subconscious mind. It is a very important aspect. How to help yourself changing the patterns you have already developed and a little more about the subject. And the easiest way to understand it is with an example. Think of a person or a child who's trying to learn to ride a bicycle. When you start to learn, you need to balance it, put an effort to understand how to paddle and how to move forward and how to balance also. But gradually, you start climbing the bicycle very easily, you start paddling, and then you learn how to balance it. So, in learning, riding a bicycle is a conscious process. But when you start using the cycle effortlessly, it's a subconscious process. Now, this becomes a natural for you. It becomes a natural habit or a skill or experience that you have already acquired, and it becomes very natural for you to ride a bicycle. If another person is riding a bicycle with you, you can have a conversation with him, or probably you can use your cell phone, and then you can pull on the brakes immediately if you find somebody coming in right in front of you. Now, the cycling is happening, and there are many other activities you are doing, but cycling has gone to subconscious control, and other things are controlled by conscious. Now, from this example, we can easily understand what subconscious is. Subconscious is the storage of your experiences, your beliefs, or your memories, or the situations you have already encountered, and you know how to deal with them. Now, another very easy example is, do you know you're breathing? Is it conscious or subconscious? Just before I said this, your breathing was a subconscious process. Now, the moment I said, are you breathing? Your conscious goes on your breathing and you make it a conscious process. So, in a way, we can say subconscious is a automatic pilot inside your mind. Okay, now if I ask you to control your breathing, can you do it? Of course, you can do it. But now, when you let go your control over your breathing, it still continues. You put your attention somewhere else and your breathing continues. This is because consciously you are doing it, and then you let go the conscious and subconscious takes over. Now, another way of understanding is again a very simple. We all use computers. We know there is a software, and that software runs things automatically whenever needed. Similarly, our subconscious brain has memorized many situations, many behavior patterns, many emotions which you repeatedly keep on using. They run on autopilot. Like if a person shouts at you, you react back. You immediately give a reaction to it. Maybe irritation, maybe anger, because your mind knows how to react with anger. So anger is your automatic pilot. Now the question comes, how to reprogram your mind, how to reprogram the subconscious. It's very easy. But the basic simple technique is by repetition. Whatever you repeat over and over and over again, your mind and your subconscious absorbs it and it starts doing it in autopilot. So whatever you repeat in your mind, maybe in self-talk or when you think to yourself, within yourself, whatever you are thinking, you are putting the repetition pattern in place and your subconscious is absorbing it. And that's how your situations and your life turns around. You see things happening exactly the way you are thinking. Now, question comes, how to reprogram your subconscious. It is just like you can reprogram a computer. You have to put in a new software to get a new result. Similarly, you have to put in the new software in the subconscious mind. Now, how do we know which software and how to make that software? Your software is the emotions. So the kind of emotions you are experiencing is the result of the software inside your subconscious is running. That is the output you are getting. Now, where is the input? Input is your thinking. And from where all this is coming from? It is the storehouse, as I said earlier. It is the storehouse of your experiences, situations you have already encountered, memories, sounds, images you have seen already. It's a record, it's a storage house of your mind. So, whatever you keep putting inside the subconscious, it becomes a storage. And from that data, immense data you have inside, so whenever you encounter a situation, the reaction comes in because of the experiences you have already acquired and stored. So you react the way you are conditioned to react. Now, why I'm talking about emotions here? Think of conscious and subconscious as a team A and team B. Now, what team A, conscious, is doing some task, and subconscious, team B, is sending the messages and the feedback in form of emotions that how the task is being done. Now let's apply it to a situation. You see your child is irritating you, doing something, you're asking him to go and study, but he's not. So watching him, recognizing that he's not listening to you and knowing that he's up to something is your conscious process. Subconscious is you're getting irritated. You're just experiencing some negative emotions about the situation. Now how your reaction is? Either you snap on him, you shout, you scream, and the extreme situations you get angry. Now the first was conscious process, and the more you do the repetition of your behavior, you are programming your subconscious. Every time you get irritated, you are programmed. So after some time, when you see your child playing and not listening to you, your immediate reaction would be getting irritated. Now another golden question: how to change it? Now we all know softwares, they run on certain codes and certain way of the entire program was constructed. So similarly, subconscious has rules. There are many rules on which your subconscious runs. The first rule subconscious follows is his responsibility is to protect you. The way your body has immune system, your mind has a protection layer too, which is called emotions. Whenever it sees any situation you are about to put yourself in, which you have not experienced before, it will give you an emotion about it. The simple purpose is to protect you, so you do not encounter something which you do not know how to handle. Let's say you find a situation where you have to go and speak on stage. You tremor, you become anxious, you become nervous because maybe you have not done it earlier. So in this situation, your conscious process is that your mind tells you that you have not done something like this before, and the emotions and the experience comes to you is nervousness, anxiety, and maybe little shaking in your hand and legs. The more you encounter this situation and you do not go on stage and speak, the more you are going to repeat the same format in your brain of getting anxious and shaky in a situation where you have to speak. So how to break this pattern? Simple. How you started learning to ride a bicycle? You go on and on until you know how to balance effortlessly. You keep on doing and repeating that pattern until your subconscious knows how to do it. So what you can do is program yourself by repeating something again and again in your actions, in your skill, and in your thought. So as I said, you can keep repeating your thoughts, and your subconscious mind doesn't learn from logic, from analysis. It learns from repetition. Your subconscious learns from repetition. The more you repeat something in your thought, in your own voice to yourself, the more it learns. So if you need to be confident about the speaking situation on the stage, then you tell yourself before the situation that yes, I am confident, I know I can speak, and I know I will be going to deliver a wonderful speech. The more you say, the more you are doing 2 to the 4, 2 to the 4, 2 to the 4. And after a certain time, your subconscious start believing it. Despite earlier what it was doing is giving you nervousness, anxiety about the situation. But you keep on repeating the positive thought. It's not about positivity, negativity. It is just about the repetition. Understand it from the perspective of repeating. So repeat, and it absorbs. Your subconscious is like a sponge and it absorbs it. whether it is real or not, it doesn't matter. Your subconscious would know it, that okay, I'm confident, and one day when you stand on the stage and speak, you will deliver a wonderful, beautiful speech. Now similarly, going back to the situation of a child and a mother, if you keep on repeating, become conscious about your emotions, how you feel when your child does something annoying, then you hold on to yourself, distract yourself, go somewhere else and repeat to yourself. Just be aware of your emotions, what you're experiencing. Pick up your emotions, understand which specific emotion, and then distract from it. Take 2 deep breaths, come back, and then handle the situation in a different way. The more you do it, the more you condition yourself repeatedly this way, your snappy or angry behavior will go off, and you will form a new behavior of handling the situation calmly. You might say this is not simple, this is not as easy as I'm saying, but actually this works like this only. So it's very easy, it's very simple. You just need to really take off yourself from the situation, think calmly, think and feel both. Understand what you're thinking and feeling at that time, and then react and see. You will have a different result, you will have different behavior pattern, and you will have a different personality altogether. Thank you, thanks a lot, and I hope we can connect more.